Is there some kind of potion that he's known for? Like, say he's really known for healing potions. Is there like an inconspicuous way I could ask around? Like, oh, I'm looking for this. Do you know someone who could make it for me?
He's known for necromancy.
Oh, okay, a little bit harder for
Ooh.
that one.
I challenge every capable man and woman of the sword, be they rich or poor, knight or foot soldier, nobleman or peasant, to give their life to this holy mission. Any person who wishes to take vows and enter directly into the Knights of the Silver Order are called to Drakkenheim. As soon as winter is over and spring comes, let them be ready to eagerly set out on the way with the flame guiding your path. May the sacred flame illuminate us all and guide us through these trying times. And we are back to Drakkenheim to recap a little bit of what happened before the break. River and has offered you guys kind of a pseudo employment, kind of an under the table employment opportunity with the Amethyst Academy. And you started talking about kind of some of the power players in Drakkenheim, and she handed you the note, which was effectively a call to crusade from the divine matriarch, Mercy the Fifth, and it said from the holy seat in Lumen. Now, Farron, you could inform everyone that the so Lumen is kind of like, what do they call it? Vatican City, is that
Like
right?
a holy city.
Yeah. So basically, Lumen is like the holy city. It's the seat where everyone important to the Sacred Flame lives, and that's in Illyria, which is the country to the south. So the countries we know: Westamar with Drakkenheim in it, Caspia to the east, and Illyria to the south. So she has shared that note with you, the call to crusade, and we jump back in. And River starts everything off, and she says, she just kind of shakes her head and she says, those sacred flames. This sounds noble, but I can tell you, what we in the Academy think is that this place is going to be a very dangerous place for any Mageborn. I don't even think the purple cloak of the Academy is going to save us if we meet the wrong knight.
Yeah, the whole part about being cleansed in flame sounds a bit intense. Talking about repent this life in the next or something. Forget exactly how the what's her name, Mercy the Fifth worded it.
Yes, that that to me sounds a little more in regards to this schism that the church apparently seems to be having. This Lucretia Matthias character is causing quite a stir for them. In terms of bathing the city in flame, that may not be a bad idea,
Yeah, maybe not the
but it's what's
worst.
included in the flame.
That's
That's what concerns us.
this. It all seems a bit rash. Granted, it sounds like it won't be ready until the spring. It's you sounded like.
Yes, this message was issued months ago.
Oh, what what
We've
time of
already
year is it?
it's spring.
Oh, damn.
We've
It's
already
here.
identified that small group within the city, that High Flame
Mhm.
Keeper. I've seen a few knights with her, but no more than 25.
Right, so there's probably more on the way.
It does seem another faction yet comes to take power, and further fraction the land here. I think it is best ally.
What?
Well, you will certainly recall, for whatever foibles you hold against the Amethyst Academy, it was the Sacred Flame that led a terrible purge against Mageborn for years.
The egregious actions of one faction does not make others amicable.
Indeed, only providing perspective. But they're here now. What do you think they're going to think about you?
Most likely not kind things.
Indeed.
We must achieve resonance, though, with all people. This land does hold countless potential, The delirium is not the monster they've made out in their decrees. They are, in fact, wrong, and they must be shown.
Maybe if you could find a way to show them, maybe we could stop this from happening. Maybe we could prove them that we don't need to raise and potentially murder people.
We are proof of what the delirium can provide as a healing and new nature.
River says, first of all, none of that is certain. The delirium may be the destruction of the entire planet. It may be a new technological advancement. It could be a new form of grass. We honestly have no idea. It is very dangerous, and having the Silver Order here vastly complicates things for us. And it accelerates our timeline on our main goals.
So what would you like us to do?
Sounds like you need more research, more information.
Indeed. Well, let me tell you this. We have two major tasks at the moment. One, I mentioned before, is the Academy requires a steady stream of delirium.
All right.
We're happy to pay for it.
Do you want us to go and get more?
Are these shards and chips not sufficient, or do you have other mapped out areas with larger chunks?
That will require time. The city has been picked over for over a decade now, so we'll take anything we can get. Larger pieces are always more desired, and they will be rewarded in kind.
It sounds like it's only going to get harder for you to find these with these new edicts.
Which is why we have an accelerated timeline. Now, our second goal, and perhaps this is something you could be helpful in. This has, let's just say, a higher difficulty to it. As I mentioned before, there are a number of mages, both within and outside of the Academy, who have come to Drakkenheim. Some for protection, some for ambition, but some are here to practice foul magic. There is a mage, a former wizard of the Academy, actually, Oscar Yorn. He has been continuing his experiments here, and we want to know what he's working on. He was one of our most skilled potion makers, and we have reason to believe that whatever he's been doing out here, there's definitely a reason for it. He wouldn't just come out here to die for no reason.
So you want us to go find him?
We're working on that. Certainly keep an ear out as you go back to the city. Anyone who talks about potions, potion making, some strange wizard, that will be good information to know.
Is there some kind of potion that he's known for? Like, say he's really known for healing potions. Is there like an inconspicuous way I could ask around? Like, oh, I'm looking for this. Do you know someone who could make it for me?
He's known for necromancy,
Oh, okay, a little bit harder for that one.
which is why he is outside of the realms of the Academy's eyes. Now, we do not want you to go. Just find out where he is, keep an ear out. We think we can find him, but it's going to take some time, a few days. But make no move until we make contact again.
Do you have a description of him? I bet if he's on the run, he's probably not wearing your cloak. What does this mage look like?
I don't think you're going to find him sitting in a bar. You'll hear about him. Maybe we'll hear about them. Just keep an ear out. That's all.
All right.
Unless there's anything else that I receive from my superiors, in which case I will make contact with you. Your advance is a potion of our own design. And she pulls out, she reaches into her cloak once again, and she holds out a tiny potion vial. It is mistakenly the color of Octarine. Like a normal potion kind of has a purpley red kind of tint to it. This almost glows. She says, "This is aqua delirium," and she tosses it over to Bulk.
I'll do a catch.
Indeed. Think of it as a restorative potion for your magical abilities. If you find you're in a tough spot, you're consumed of magical energy, drink one of this and you'll be restored.
Resounding, Sister River.
Indeed. I suppose I shouldn't have to warn you that there is a risk when you consume potions of delirium. Be warned. And then for your inventory, you should just be able to type in aqua delirium and you should find that. So she gave you one potion. With that, gentlemen, unless you have any questions for me, I believe our meeting can be adjourned.
I have a proposition for you, River. As you can see, our team has dwindled. We've lost Diedrich Steelbelly, and we've lost our robot that has helped us. And since you are
Go on.
sending us on these dangerous quests, and this could help expedite the process, would you mind lending us your shield guardian to go with us to help us on our quest?
No,
And why not?
you wouldn't. You wouldn't even be able to make it move an inch.
Would you not be able to instruct him to follow us and help us?
No,
Why not?
it's mine.
Forgive, Sister. Brother Danielus knows not of the immense.
I don't even
training
get
it
to do a
takes.
persuasion check.
No, it won't work, Daniel. Please.
Well, then it is good that he has such a schooled and knowledgeable mage for him to be under the tutelage of. Anything
Flattery.
else, gentlemen?
We do
No.
request, as we are pursuing and our resolve is newly fledgling, if the Academy is willing to share with us any plans that maybe are untested that we could explore and refine to bring back to you with blueprints and perfection.
No.
Can
Resounding.
we build our own shield guardian if we get supplies?
Daniel, please.
Well, I do have
Academy-
2 points.
Academy creations will remain under the custody of the Academy. If this
Fine.
relationship goes well, and perhaps you would like to plead your case, you may be able to join the Academy once again. But once again, that is up to my superiors and to your own behaviors. Now, I understand what happened with the crystal was an anomaly, a mistake. However, Academy field agents are held to the highest regard. Delivery is part of the job, and I expect better.
2 things.
Go
I know
on.
you said you had a way of getting in contact with us, but how
Yes.
should we get in contact with you if we find any information about this mage? We have no way to
Perhaps-
contact you.
The Academy we're the type of people who know how to get in touch with you. Don't worry about it the other way around.
All right,
You have
and
like a
then
magic stone.
yeah, I guess they got eyes everywhere. All right, and then second
Perhaps
thing.
Bulk could help you send a message. That's up to him.
I don't. Sure, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll feel it out. Second thing.
luck.
I might need it for that second part. Anyway, this whole conversation that you and Bulk have kept talking about the delirium not being corrupt, the corrupt ones are the ones who are having this issue. It reminds me a lot of what they were talking about. Lucretia and her followers were talking about. We ran into them. Do you think perhaps it would be worth a venture to try to meet with her? Originally, these people we ran into in Drakkenheim were trying to gain an audience between us and Lucretia. And I'm wondering, with Bulk's new stance on things, if maybe there's something there to explore. She's preaching about how this delirium's not corrupt, and Bulk seems to share those views now.
What you do on your way to complete your missions is completely up to you. The Amethyst Academy currently has no interest in Lucretia Matthias. They're and make no mistake, the Academy's view on whether the delirium is corrupted or otherwise uh, is completely undetermined at this moment. It appears that I'm sorry, this is River talking. Um, it appears that it can be handled safely and used for other means. That is the extent of our knowledge right now. It is obviously very destructive. We don't know the effects of removing it from one location and taking it to another. In terms of Lucretia Matthias, you could say she does sound like Bulk.
That's what I was wondering about. Alright, well that's it. Just wanted to run that by you, seeing as how you are a woman of knowledge. I thought maybe you would have an inquisitive stance on it.
Perhaps the next time you catch me at open mic night, I'll let you in on my personal feelings regarding Lucretia Matthias.
I might take you up on that.
Gentlemen, do you understand your mission?
Acquire delirium and keep out of the way of the. Watch out for the knights and gather information.
And then we get a shield guardian.
Daniel, technically you have one, Jill.
Farewell, gentlemen. Keep an ear out. And River and her guardian turn and walk away, leaving the party standing here. So I guess if I could just jump in real quick, my understanding from our conversations prior is that your plan is to travel to, and I'll pull up the map here as well.
Blackjack, blackjack, blackjack.
Correct. So my understanding was that your plan was to travel to Buckle Down Row, which is spot 18 on your map.
We
over on
are
the right
far
side.
from that.
However, you had also suggested, Daniel suggested this path is that if you cut basically around the north side of the city,
Mhm.
behind the castle and around, then all you would have to do is you really don't have any city that you have to cross through.
What
You just
was
have to
about? What about
find a way
that
to cross
tavern
through.
with the lights on? That mysterious tavern or inn that had lights on that people were talking about in town?
Indeed. Yeah, not only did you hear a little scuttlebutt in your time in Emberwood Village, you also read the message on the wall of the mill.
Mhm. What?
So yeah, so that was your plan, was to cross over the north side of the city, stop at the inn, and then make it down to Blackjack Mill.
Okay, and then just for reference on the map, where was that place that Lucretia's followers told us that she was held up onto?
So if you travel near the crater,
Hmm.
so you'll see spot number 13 on the map,
Yes.
which is Saint Selena's Monastery. However, you've also been invited to meet her at spot number 3, which is Champion's Gate. It was inferred that she's not always at Champion's Gate. She was waiting in Champion's Gate for you to bring the scepter to her that day. So
Okay.
she may be at the gate, she may not be at the gate. You really don't know
Well,
that. But in another case, I'll turn it over to you guys, and you can kind of finish any conversation and setting out, basically.
well, it sounds
Well,
like
do you
we've
guys think
gained.
we should? Yeah, do you think we should travel around the perimeter of the city to head to Blackjack Mill?
Yeah, I think that was the best plan. Maybe I don't know if the inn's before Blackjack or if we should go to Blackjack first. I really in Bulk sounds a lot almost like those followers of Lucretia. They really seem to believe that this delirium's not really a curse upon the land, but a blessing. I almost want to maybe see if we could try to find her just to at least hear her out. If he's thinking that this is a boon, maybe she could either help or have some insight.
The time for their assistance might come soon, but I feel we are too fresh on the path to approach such a large faction
it would give us time to test out his new suit and make sure
Yes.
that he has full control over it.
Definitely at the bottom of the options that we have right now, and even if we can't get to it, they've found us once before from our prophecies. I have no doubt maybe they could find us again.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys need to do before we head out?
I think I'm about ready to get away from this damn windmill.
Yes, I do. We do believe that heading to the inn might be in our best efforts.
Should we go
Are
to
you
the inn
able
and
to
then to
walk?
blackjack?
Sure.
We should be fine.
Blackjack or inn or inn then blackjack?
In.
All right, let's. Does that work for you, Danielus?
Yes.
All right. I'm thinking we got a plan along the north side.
Sounds like a plan.
A plan.
Very good. Yeah, so you all pack up your things, and the group that was once 6 is now 4.
Millie and the dog and having
I forgot about the dog. It's just the dog.
How could you forget Barkus?
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, Barkus, almost as if he understood that, turns up to you as you guys start walking out, and you're like, just growls at you. Barkus remains not super comfortable with Bulk, would be the best way to put it. He
He's got a new
definitely kind of,
scent.
yeah, he definitely kind of keeps his distance. But
Can I
yeah, that's
notice
what
that?
happens. Sure? Question mark. Give me an animal handling check.
Me? Oh, Bulk.
Yeah, Bulk. See if you
Animal handling?
can initiate a roll. Yeah, animal handling.
It is a fancy 12.
Okay, he doesn't bite you, but he remains at a distance. So anyway, this is, I guess, the announcement that Bulk is changed from an artillerist to an armorer. So Bulk, maybe just a quick snapshot of what being an armorer entails.
Yeah, so basically I am kind of would Juggernaut be the right kind of terminology?
That would be aggressive, but if you'd like to go with it, sure.
Almost like poor man's Juggernaut.
However you feel
Smart
yourself
man's
is.
juggernaut.
Yeah.
It's
so,
important to be comfortable with who we are.
Yeah. We are one. So yeah, so that is the big change. I still have my Ray of Frost. I think my walking stick did blow up, unfortunately. I
It
still
did.
have, yeah. So no bells and stuff. It's all kind of been assimilated into the armor. But I do have my booming blade now, from the all-purpose tool, and my thunder gauntlets, which are flavored for more just like actual thunder like sound, not like lightning gauntlets.
Yeah, just like straight force.
Yeah.
Cool.
So now I'm up in bells.
Okay. Absolutely. So yeah, so your travel, it pretty much goes off without a hitch. It's a very smooth ride. You actually don't have to enter any outskirts of a city at all. Especially with Daniel's navigating, you can basically swing a wide berth around the north side of Castle Draken and swing around towards the northeast side of the city. I don't think I have a good picture of Castle Draken, but it is, even from the distance that you're at, which would probably be like at least a mile and a half ish. The castle seems huge, very tall. It has lots of very tall cylindrical spires that extend up, and the entire the entire castle just gives off a feeling of immense dread. Danielus, Farron, as Drakkenheim residents, do you have any thoughts towards the situation? Castle Draken, kind of a major thing where the king used to live, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of morose, just a bunch of memories of childhood, but also memories of the crowds of people trying to flee and people dying and rubble and all that. It's a mix of horror and remembrance.
For sure. I used to live in the castle,
Wait, what?
but that is a story for another day.
I mean, we have this whole way to
Other
walk.
Danielus.
There's a lot of
There's-
path to go.
there's a reason I want to get back to the tower to get something from the castle.
And what may that be?
Yeah, what was it again?
So I used to have a treasured heirloom from the castle, and I left it when I was attacked by harpies. So I would like to get that back.
The Crimson Countess? Oh, didn't you mention? Wasn't there a name?
Something in my vision that I heard, but yes, there was a harpy attack, and I left an heirloom, and I need it back.
All right. So, and I bet the Hoppies might have some delirium we could pilfer. So maybe
Is
we'll
this something
have
we're doing like now?
I think it's on like the opposite side of where we're heading.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I think it was closer to the windmill than the rest of the stuff.
Okay. You're seeing it in the distance. My bad.
He's looking longingly, hand reached out.
I used to be a servant in the castle, and my mother and I fled.
Well, yeah, clearly you both made it. So at least you're some of the lucky ones. It's unfortunate about your heirloom, but hopefully whenever we get there, you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
We are a bit outside of the initial impact of the meteor during the time of Drakkenheim. What caused your fleeing initially? Was it just the chaos of the impact?
We left shortly before the impact. We were trying to find a better life for ourselves. And as soon as we got out of range, the meteor hit.
Fortunate circumstances. Destiny. We do be walking, though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys are walking. Yeah, you guys are walking. So like I said, so you kind of make it through the remains of Old Forest around the north side of the village, and you swing down into the northeastern. I'll pull up the map once again real quick. So at the very top right of your map. So you swing in on the northeast side of the city, the historic Kingside neighborhood. As you're kind of walking through the intersections and you re-enter the haze as you have understood it. By the way, I think it's the morning of like day 4 of your time in Drakkenheim. But you're walking through this very nice neighborhood. It's certainly not the rundown kind of tenement style row houses that you saw in other parts of the city. These are more like estates. You can see like where there were old fountain pieces and old bits of ivies and all types of majestical decorations and whatnot around these houses. As you're traveling through the neighborhood, you all can give me a perception check.
Baron at a 19.
Okay.
I did a 14.
14. Steven.
It just won't roll. It won't roll. I see it in senses.
Brother, please. It's not senses, brother. It's skills. Skills, brother.
LMNOP. Okay, got it.
19.
Oh my god. A 19. A wonderful roll. So Farron and Bulk, you guys you pick up a smell on your nose. It smells like absolutely delicious food. I'm sorry, Danielus, you also pick up that smell. However, Bulk and Farron, you guys hear it's faint, but it's a song. It's like a piano is being played in the distance.
Do you guys hear that?
Yes, we hear magical sounds.
I don't hear it. Barkus
has been wagging his tail. His tongue is hanging out at the smell of the food.
It appears we're approaching in.
Right, this might be what we're looking for. I guess we'll just follow the smell.
And sound.
Yeah, and sound. It's good to know I'm not the only one hearing it.